So I'm sure you've been seeing a lot of people doing farming, and they have been telling you how successful they have been in their farming venture. And you might have been tempted to venture into farming yourself. So I'm here to tell you a few things you need to know before you venture into farming. And you might be asking, okay, what gives you the right to be talking about farming? Okay, I might not be posting about it a lot, but I'm someone who has been into farming since 2022. So I know a thing or two, so I'm here to share with you. And in this video, I'll focus much on crop farming. But before we start, I want you to put in your mind that I'm talking from a perspective of taking agriculture as a business. So in this case with the crops, you should be thinking of like 50 acres, 100 acres of whatever crop you're producing, be it cassava, groundnuts, sweet potato, any other crop that you can think of. The number one thing you need to know is that agriculture is a labor intensive enterprise, and most of the times people, when they are planning to venture into farming, they overlook this factor. I'll give you an example. When someone wants to venture into, let's say, maize farming, they will be thinking that the labor costs they will have, they are like land preparation, planting, fertilizer application, shelling, those kind of things, just the major activities. But when you start the farming itself, that's when you realize that there are some small tasks that will still require your money. And when you combine the costs that you are incurring in all these small tasks, you find that the cost becomes too much. And another thing is that in agriculture, labor costs, you incur them at each and every stage, starting from the beginning of your enterprise until you finish. Even when the harvests are in the warehouse, you still have to pay for some costs. So before you start, you might be thinking that when I'm done with the production, that's it, I'm done with all the activities and I'm done with all the costs. But no, even when the products are in the warehouse, you will still have some costs, like the chemical application, security for your products, and so many post-harvest activities. Even when you're taking your produce to the market, there are still some costs that you incur. So make sure that whenever you are planning to venture into farming, you put all these costs into consideration. You have to prepare for them, otherwise you'll be surprised to see that what you planned and what is happening on the ground is there's a big gap between the amount of money you prepare to put into the farming as compared to the amount of money that you have actually used to do the farming. The second thing you need to know is that people will steal from you. Whether the crops are in the field or they are in your warehouse, people will steal from you. And when the crops are in the field, you are against your own workers who are working in your field. They are thinking of stealing from you. People that are staying around your where you've put your farm, they will steal from you. At your warehouse, you might have a security guard to be looking after your produce. All these people, they will steal from you, and you can't avoid it whether you like it or not. What you can do is you can try to minimize it, but the big picture is that when you're venturing into farming, always be prepared that people will steal from you. And it's difficult when it comes to agriculture to prevent this from happening because the crops are in the field, and people might be stealing your crops when they are not like mature, so there's nothing you can do about it. You can't harvest when your crops are not mature. That's why always keep in mind that you have some losses due to people stealing. Before I continue with the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, like this video of course, and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post future videos, you should be able to get a notification. Okay, let's continue with the video. Number 3, When you venture into agriculture, you need to know that there's a high risk that you might lose your capital, because agriculture is like a fragile enterprise. There are so many ways in which you can lose your produce. Like I said before, that people will steal from you, that means you are losing. Let's say the rain didn't fall enough, there might be accidents, be it that there's an accident on the road when you're transporting your produce, be it that there is fire at a warehouse. So all these things can lead to you losing your capital. And point number 4, of which I think is the most important one, you need to know that there is no a ready market for agriculture products. Yes, it might sound controversial. You might be thinking like, but people eat food every day, so why would you be saying there is no ready market for agriculture products? Okay, I'll give you an example. This other day, a friend of mine, he came to me asking me, bro, I want to venture into fish farming. Like, there are these guys, they say they can like dig a pond for you, they'll give you the offsprings, and if you go to an area where like there's no one else with the pond, you'll be making a lot of money. So I was like, okay, let's sit down and analyze the whole enterprise to see if it can be profitable or not. And we started asking important questions. So we were like, okay, let's say you've had the pond and all the fish have matured. What's the next step? Where are you going to sell the fish? Are you going to take it to your local market? How are you going to transport your fish to the market? Or are people going to be coming to your pond to buy from your place? So when we started answering these questions, we found that you can't be relying on a market that is like in your local area and then you're thinking of having a pond, because you need to consider that most of the times it's likely that the fish will mature. It will be a lot of fish maturing at the same time, and fish is a fragile product. Like when you take it out of the pond today, unless you freeze it, but you have to sell it today or the next day, otherwise it will get spoiled. So you might be excited in the production process that I'm producing fish in this case, or you're producing another crop, but when they are done, you find that no one is coming to buy from you. But you might say, but there are people, especially vendors, they can buy from you in bulk, like they can buy all your produce. Yes, that is true, but then the problem with the vendors is that when they are buying from you, they are the ones setting the price. Even if the price they are giving you doesn't correlate with the amount of capital you put into your farming business, you don't have a choice but to take the price they are giving you. The other thing you need to know now, we have a lot of agriculture influencers. They'll be showing you different crops they are doing, they'll be showing you different animals they are having, and they'll be telling you what all you have to do is to start. All you have to do is venture into farming. There's money in farming. But you need to know that what most of these influencers are trying to do is to get your money by offering you consultant services, because they know when they tell you that I invested into cassava farming and I produced this much, you will be tempted to venture into cassava farming also, but you don't know anything about cassava farming. So what are you going to do? You ask them, how can I do this? And they'll be like, okay, I'll help you with that. Just pay me something like 50,000. Just pay me 100,000. You see, those kind of things. And they will not tell you most of the things that I've talked in this video. They will not tell you about the market. They will not tell you about most of the challenges that you face. What they are looking for is your money. So be careful out there. That's it for today. Until next time, peace out.